Shh, dude, don't say anything, man. Do I look smaller? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. It's Johnny Beane, Jay Hannon, and David Nesdahl reporting for duty. 5:13 p.m. out here in the Pacific. 8:13, wherever you guys are. I don't know.
The Atlantic.
In the Atlantic?
Mm-hmm.
What? 11/20, whatever that is. November 20th of 2018. Welcome, Michael Collins. Hey now.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Jay Hannon, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I missed you, man.
When was our last show? Friday?
I think.
It's weird. I don't think we really had any all three of us. I don't think we've had any contact really until Friday's show. Except for what night was it?
Or since.
Huh? Well, except for that one night when we kept texting Dave or messaging Dave and he didn't respond, and then when he finally did.
Yeah, but you weren't messaging me. You guys were just talking and I just didn't answer.
Yeah.
You weren't messaging me. I was out all night.
Yeah.
Passed out?
We're sending stuff back and forth, me and Johnny, and like it wasn't just me and Johnny talking to each other.
Yeah, but it was.
It was stuff that you could have been included in, and Dave all day nothing. So I forget who started it at like what time was it? Midnight something?
Midnight your time?
Yeah, midnight East Coast. Like Johnny starts texting and do you think Dave's still awake or sleeping? So Johnny starts doing the alphabet. Or no, maybe I did and then I screwed it up. And then you started counting to
1,000. I'm like, I'm gonna count to 1,000 within Messenger, one at a time.
Mm-hmm. I should pull it up and show you what it looks like because it's ridiculous. So finally, Dave finally responds and he types, "What are you guys, 5?" Oh man.
I can count a little higher than when I was 5. You know, these days.
So I'll give you a quick. Yeah, look. I don't know where it starts, but it's something like that, and then it just goes and goes and goes. And those are individual. So Dave, your phone must have been going bananas.
I had the ringer off.
Oh, was it vibrating?
Probably.
Huh?
Oh, keep texting, guys. Keep texting.
Front pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Metal Stage. Oh, thank you very much, man, for the 30 cents. Thank you, Google. Man. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I wanted to show you guys that I was able to count, and we know our ABCs. So, and I think Dave, we know that Dave kind of enjoys that. Not.
Still not impressed.
Wow, 45 people. Who wants to read? Who's in here?
I'll go if you want. I think my mistake has been trying to go back to the very beginning of the chat and trying to catch up. I think Johnny, don't you just read from the newer then scroll up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the trick.
Yeah.
Okay, Fender Guru, thrash metal, R2R3, Will Dunham, Amanda Coombs. I think that's Ben's sister. Ben's brother, Ben's sister. What is it? What is it?
I don't know, but there's another Coombs that popped up in another chat.
What?
And his name, well, I don't want to, just in case, I don't know if you guys have a cousin, but yeah, I was in another chat, some other show, and another Coombs was like talking, and they're like, "All right, see ya." And somebody said, "Okay, see you later, Ben." But it wasn't Ben. It was, well, at least I don't know. It was somebody else. Yeah, but they made the mistake of calling him Ben. But
it was Ben in drag.
I don't know.
Brenda.
I don't
know.
Brenda.
Zach Thong.
Benella.
Mud Puppy, also known as Kramer. iPod is in here, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. Thomas Santiago, Metal Stage. Broken
Amanda
Chain.
says they have 36 first cousins. Jesus.
What?
What? 36 first cousins.
Man.
It's a
But
lot.
second cousin's legal, right? Brendan Buckcheek is in here. John DL. Ben is in here. Michael Bishop, Michael Collins, Brian Cote, right? Cote. Adam EVH. 7/8 is in here. What an idiot. Vinny Romano. Yeah, Michael James. Earl Painter. Motor City Axeman, and a bunch of other cats. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have fun tonight. Jason Wade.
Yes. Hey, Jason. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Coombs. Oh.
What?
Man.
Oh, I get it. Now I get it. It took me a second.
Hmm? They all eat carrots? Yeah. Nightbot, how many third cousins do you have? I don't know, but Nightbot says subscribe to Caleb Rapoport. So make sure everybody does that. Man. Okay, so what's I don't know. What's the latest? Dave, how are you feeling, man?
I'm all right. I had surgery on my arm yesterday.
Oh. How'd it go?
I still have it. It's on my shoulder still.
I guess that's a good thing.
No, I got to do it every like 2 months. What they do is they balloon the artery to the to the vein, so that when I go through dialysis, starting next month, the blood flows faster.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that's got to get done. It's not terribly painful. It's painful the next day, and it hurts today.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, hey, sorry to hear that, man.
That's all right. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I saw that you were supposed to be on with Guitar Hack.
I was so loopy last night. I didn't remember.
Oh, that would have been great.
Ah,
No.
man.
Can you get loopy right now?
No, because I was in a bad mood. I was hurting.
Oh.
It wouldn't have been good.
Is that what it would have sounded like?
It would have been bad. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And then today I actually watched one of my mom's outdoor cats pass away in front of me.
Oh, man.
It's been a bad day for me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, show's over.
That's terrible. That's awful, man. You don't have to say everything, man.
Oh well, I won't tell you anything else.
Okay.
How about that?
Well, let's segue into some guitar talk here.
Yes. Why not? Sure. Okay.
No, I want more death and destruction.
I don't know. You want to talk about basses? Is that exciting? Just bass chat?
What? What are you talking about?
Guitars, basses, 5-string fretless.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you something. I'm loopy. I'm very loopy today, so I am all good.
That's loopy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Starting to do this. If you can see, and let's see if I can do this without hurting anything.
Ooh, starting to put the Christmas tree up.
Yeah, starting to put that up. I have the lights on it. That's about it at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, get some lights on that.
What is there something that? Oh. Wait.
What was that?
I downloaded the soundboard. I'm testing it out tonight. I didn't want to say anything, but you know.
Oh. Cool.
You want to talk about the article in Rolling Stone from today?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Mm-hmm. Who wants to? Should I read it?
You.
I've got a couple screen caps. Oh no, where'd it go? I've got a couple things right here.
Brendan Buttcheeks asks if this is a gem or am I just excited to see you guys? I'm thinking a little bit of both.
Yeah. Mad Dog. Hey, man. Let's see here. Yeah. Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone online. Is that still an actual magazine? They stopped.
I think it's just
stopped,
online.
didn't they? Yeah, I think they stopped. Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstein guitar will be on display, or will be displayed at the Met as part of the museum's new exhibit on rock and roll instruments. This was posted, I believe it was today.
Yeah, today.
And it says, let's see, the first major art museum I can't read these big words.
Exhibition.
Dedicated to the instruments of rock and roll will be on view at the Metropolitan, I can read that, Museum of, what's that word?
We'll put an F in front of it.
Museum of Art starting April 8th of 2019. The exhibit titled Play It Loud. Instruments of rock and roll will feature more than 130 instruments that were used by artists including the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, Jimi Hendrix, Metallica, Jimmy Page. Let's see.
I wonder what Metallica guitar is going to be on there. I wonder if it's the if it's Hetfield's Eat guitar. Did you like that? Did you hear that? Oh.
Oh.
Did the beep go through?
Yeah, it went through.
So so the guitar is called a bad word.
Yeah, it's his White Explorer. Was his ESP Explorer.
We call those exploders.
And he had the I'm sure you guys know it. I'll show you a picture of it, but it on a piece of tape on the top of it, EETFUK. So,
and that's an abbreviation?
Well, I'll show you the thing. Well, say it out if you say it out loud. Say it out loud. 1987 ESP MX220. I don't have the thing open, so I can't bleep myself right now.
Uh-oh. Hey, Foulfish, what's up, man?
So here's that's a really crappy version of that picture. Let's see if this pops up.
Where'd you get it from? Pinterest?
I don't know. We really need a better way to do this. We really do. And it's white on white with the black writing, so it's really not trying to pop up too much. Let me zoom in. Zoom in on this. There you go. So that was written in like white gaff tape or whatever on the top of it.
You sure there wasn't an F in front of the EET?
No. No, there wasn't.
Ah. I didn't know he was into that. Huh? Thrash metal and fun riffs? How's your initials on video games?
What?
The latter part of that the name of that guitar.
Oh.
So what does anybody, do you know what it stands for?
I think it's just if you say out loud. You know?
You mean read it or spell it?
If you just read it out, that's what it is. Okay. I don't think there was a story behind it.
Oh.
Does anyone know the story in the chat room?
Oh God.
Who knows? John BL. What's the story behind that guitar, man? I'm sure John knows. I'm sure he has screen caps of every angle of it. So what? Okay. Let's see. Steve Miller. That's another guitar. St. Vincent.
Jay stroked out.
Am I out of here?
It was a robot. It was when you were saying that, it was like the longest, it was the longest that ever done that. The Rolling Stones will have some guitars on display and more.
God.
So who knows? They could have one of your guys' guitars there. The collection, which features instruments spanning 1939 to 2017, will explore rock and roll and the objects that made the what's the word? Anyway,
spell it.
Genre.
It's genre, but it looks like gene. And I wasn't gonna say it made the gene possible. Curated from 70 private and public collections in the United States and the United Kingdom, most of the pieces have never been seen apart from their performances on stage. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So, hey, Dave, could be the real thing, man.
No way.
It could be.
I'm willing to bet my whole collection.
It hasn't been seen since it's been used on stage. And all those other guitars, you can see them anywhere.
You're willing to bet your entire collection. So, in other words, who wins it? Who wins it if you're wrong?
Can we split it?
Haven't I given you enough guitars?
Gem.
I don't want the Ibanez. Yeah,
I do.
Jay can have the Ibanez.
Yep.
I
want the Ibanez and the 5150. You can have everything. Actually, I only want 3 of Dave's guitars, 4 of Dave's guitars, 5 of Dave's guitars. I'll take the Gem, his 6-string 5150, or his 6-2, the OU812 version of the 5150. Larry Mitchell's Ibanez.
I'd have to give that back to him. You wouldn't get it anyway.
I'll just tell him I'm holding it for you.
No, not happening.
And the green Sustainer Wolfgang.
Oh man.
Oh, you want that one? Okay. Since I'm getting
No.
you can have that.
I don't want it.
Okay.
It's a PV. I'll take the 7-string Kramer.
Okay.
Or whatever that thing is. I like that one. I'll take that Telecaster behind you. I like that. And I don't know.
Isn't it, Dave? Isn't it weird? Isn't it actually kind of sick?
Yeah, especially since you guys, since neither one of you have mentioned my Les Paul.
Nah, I don't want
it.
Why? You could buy a house finally.
No, it's things are too heavy, man. My back has been hurting since yesterday, and I have no idea why.
Maybe that's why you feel shorter. Maybe you did shrink, and that's why. I think it's just your camera angle. You're a little...
Yeah, it's the camera angle, because this armoire that I did get from the 2 guys on the street from Seinfeld. They tried to take it from me, you know. This is much taller than the previous one was, and since I got the sign hooked up there now, normally the camera would be further down here, you know.
Yeah.
So what? Eric Clapton's Blackie will be there. Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstein. Jerry Garcia's Wolf. Which guitar is that? Is that like an SG or something?
It's one of those. Yeah, it's not the Tiger. It's the other one. There's 2 of them. They look similar. Broken Chains. I don't have that guitar anymore. I sold it.
The Craig Chiquiso.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We never saw it. We've never actually seen that one.
Because that guitar was about 30 pounds and it had a Kaler on it. Who the hell wanted it? I sold it to Guitar Center for $800, $700, something like that.
What else? Keith Emerson's Moog synthesizer and Hammond organ will be on display. Pictures of Lily drum set. Oh, Keith Moon's Pictures of Lily drum set will be there. Is that the one that exploded?
You know how many drum sets he had?
Had, because they all blew up.
He destroyed every one of them.
I'd be scared to go near one of his drum sets, man. Because I saw the footage of them on the Smothers Brothers, man, and that was not funny.
It was funny. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Oh!
Oh gosh. 40 vintage posters, iconic stage costumes, and historic videos will be accompanying the instruments.
So you guys would probably know more than I would about how this works. Like, what if they really wanted, because we don't know, and I think me and Dave are pretty much, we feel the same way, that there's no way that Eddie is just going to let that thing out of his sights, the original Frankenstein. So what is this called again? The iconic rock instrument. What if they came to Eddie and said, "Hey, we'll make a donation to, a charity of your choice or something, if we can use this guitar to exhibit"? Is that something that maybe is normal in this situation, if the artist still has their guitar or instrument, whatever it is?
Who knows? I mean,
I don't know. All I know is that guitar has been, people have offered over $1 million for that guitar. It's been considered a $1 million guitar, and Eddie will not get rid of it. He will not sell it.
$1 million to display it?
No, to buy it.
To buy it?
To buy it.
Only $1 million?
Well, it's so I don't know what the exact
nothing.
The exact number was.
Because when I remember when Van Halen would be touring, in the 80s, and I remember his Kramer 5150. Was that the one? It was insured for like something $1 million.
Well, you can get something insured for his.
Yeah, you can get anything insured for that much money.
Yeah,
but it's basically.
Well, how much? So you were before we went live, you were saying Guitar Center, like Clapton, sold some guitars to Guitar Center, I guess.
No, it was an auction. Guitar Center. Auction. Remember the Clapton guitar auction? There was 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Guitar Center bought a bunch of those guitars. Well, they won the auctions on a bunch of those guitars, including the Blackie, the red 335 that he used in Cream.
You said it was red. Is it red?
Yeah, it's red. Yeah.
You just said it was Cream. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Hi, Desiree. Desiree, we can see you.
Johnny, today is Telecaster Tuesday.
Hey, who said that? Clayton. Hey, good to see you, man.
I'm impressed. That would have been very embarrassing.
Yeah, but I honestly can't see him letting that thing out.
It's not going to be. It's going to be just like the Smithsonian, because that's just as important. And Eddie gave a replica of one of each.
Yeah.
A replica and a Wolfgang, and then the black and white 78 replica.
Mm-hmm. Which,
And I'm sure Eddie's going to autograph it, and Eddie will present it to them like it's one of Eddie's guitars, because it will be one of Eddie's guitars, but it's not going to be the one.
Because right on here it just says Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstein guitar will be displayed at the Met as part of the museum's new exhibit on rock and roll instruments.
mm-hmm.
You know?
I would say I would guess that it's probably the one that's at the Hall of Fame. That actual one. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably getting some of these guitars from there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You know. So they're being put on display somewhere else, and it's just called, you know, it's just something else with some of the same instruments
from one place to the next.
Yeah. You never know. You never know, man. But what? Huh? Quentin, you miss Steve? I miss Steve too, man.
We all do. But no, he wasn't fired.
No, we were.
Yeah. I know, man.
How do you fire someone you never hired to begin with?
I don't know.
How you gonna get fired on your day off? I got fired on my day off one time.
And you got to kind of pay someone in order to fire someone. None of us are getting paid for this. This is not. There's no payment.
Yeah.
It's all payment in laughs.
Yeah.
It's not funny. Although he did say Steve did say that things will get back to normal next week, meaning this Friday. Yeah.
Well, hold on a second, because you had mentioned, or we had kind of threw around the idea of moving the late show to Saturday, because doing a 2-hour show Friday night and then a 30-hour show night is kind of tough. And he basically just, what did he even say? That's fine or something?
No, he never responded. He never responded. He never responded to it. But that's fine. But you know, I can see. What do you guys think in the chat? You think moving the late? You think having 2 shows in one day is stupid? you think putting it on Saturday night instead? Is that a better idea? Same time? I think it's cool. I think it's fine. We'll see. See what happens. Guitars. No, Frank Corcoran.
No, what? Moving it?
Sounds good.
On your Google Voice number that's in the description, can people text that with voice messages?
Oh, I don't
like
know.
An audio message?
They can leave a message.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they have to call you though to leave a voicemail.
Yeah. You can call it, and then if I don't pick up or if I don't answer it, it goes to a voicemail, and it'll be left as a voicemail, and I'll end up getting it as an email as what do you call it?
Because I'm saying if either leave a message and leave a comment on the video afterwards, or I'm sure you can't text message a voice to an audio message to you.
I didn't know you could text audio messages.
Yes. What's your Google Voice number? I'm going to try it right now.
It's 415.
Steve Anderson, what's Johnny's?
Yeah, Steve, what is it?
405.
415. What is it?
415 or 405?
415.
Oh, already typing the wrong number in.
You can text. Yes, you can text an audio message.
Yes, you can text an audio message.
Is the next number an 8? Or is that
No.
your real number?
No, don't read that one.
I almost
no.
did. I was like, wait, that's got to be it.
No.
Is the next number a 9?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I just got something from Nesdal. Wait a minute.
Hey, Carlos, what's up, man? Frank Corcoran says, anything you guys come up with is good. Fender Guru says, I'll take it anywhere. Ooh, that's what I like to hear.
Yes, you can text an audio message.
Dave, that was the wrong number though. That wasn't the right.
What are you talking about?
That's
That's his regular.
What you just sent that to, that wasn't my public number.
Oh,
Where the hell is it?
That was the one that's only in the bathroom stalls.
952, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can.
No, that's Jenny's number. It's 5149595. Yeah, the 952 number. How come I can never remember that? It's online. Jenny Beane?
Jenny Beane.
That phone number, I can never remember it. I don't know why. This is so dumb.
Yeah, I can't send that thing a text voice message. That's stupid. Put your real number in the description. Do it that way.
Hey, we'll do the community tab. I can put a poll in the community tab there and ask, hey, what do you guys think about moving to Fridays or late Fridays or Saturdays? And you guys can just vote. So we'll just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we need to get more action over there anyway.
Carlos told me it took him 7.5 hours to get home from work in the snow last week. Was it Friday or Thursday? What day did it snow, Dave? Thursday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Thursday it took him 7.5 hours to get home from work.
Man, dude. Carlos, man. Carlos, I saw your I replied to you over on Facebook. And yeah, man, if you're gonna go to that exhibit, yeah, take a bunch of pictures, man. That'd be awesome. Be very cool. Hello, all 67 people watching this. Leave a thumbs up if you dig this stuff. Subscribe if you're brand new, because why not? Click the bell if you want to get a notification every time there's action.
Talking about action. So everybody out there knows exactly what a capo is, what a capo does, right? Most of us have capos. I was looking online and something popped up. Now you guys might know. Yeah, something popped up. There you go.
What were you looking at?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen a spider capo?
I've heard of it.
It's crazy. I saw a picture of this thing and then I saw a video of how it works. So basically every individual string you can capo. So you can move it up to the 2nd fret or whatever and just capo certain strings. Wow, that's actually pretty ingenious, you know?
So you can create chords.
Yeah, you can capo a chord while you're, yeah. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool, actually.
Yep. So the brand I'm seeing is from Creative Tunings. It's called the Spider Capo Standard. $30, damn.
It's about to go on rate for a good capo. They're not $5 anymore.
Spider Capo Standard Tuning Capo. Alternate Tuning Capo.
I'm gonna write this down. That looks cool.
I'll send you the link. The linky poo.
Hey Jay, you know, I was looking online the other day, and you see that striped Wolfgang you have behind you?
Yeah.
Well, do you know how much they're going for in Japan right now, used?
How much?
In the $3,000 range.
Why?
That's what I'm honest. That's what I want to know. They have a bunch of them selling for $2,600, $3,000, $3,200 in Japan, used.
Was that in yen though?
Made in Mexico. No. U.S. dollars.
Man. Because we can still buy them, right?
Yeah.
It's a production guitar.
It's a production guitar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's an officially licensed striped guitar.
Yeah. So it's made in Mexico. It's a made in Mexico guitar that they're selling for $3,000. There's something wrong with that.
I mean, how much is it to ship something over there?
I don't know, but it's round world. It's that's what they're asking for that guitar.
Huh.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
I can believe it.
Well, guess what's going on eBay tonight? No, I'm joking.
It's
only selling to Japan, right in the headline.
Japan only.
Japan only. Mud Puppy wants to know if you can still use that spider capo to check neck relief. I don't see why not. Right? Dave, you would probably know a little bit more about that.
I wouldn't use a capo to check neck relief to begin with.
Well, you don't, because you use but some people, what, you put it on the first fret or second fret or something, and then you.
Yeah, but it kind of still obstructs your eyesight.
Hmm.
Hey, Citizen Kane, what's up, man? Shauna Marie sings. Everything okay over there? It's been less smoky.
They have that stuff under control.
They're getting it. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Shauna, there was a fire like right next to where she lives.
Jesus.
But no, I could totally see collectors buying those guitars up. You know?
What, the striped ones?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why.
But it's not a collectible piece. If it was the maple neck one,
but
that was a limited one, that's collectible. But the one that you could still buy right now is not collectible.
Are you sure it was that one, or was it the one? There was a limited one too, wasn't there?
Only with a maple neck, yes.
You sure it wasn't that one?
It was not that
guitar. Black hardware.
It was not that guitar. It was the one that me and Jay both have.
You have one too?
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Oh, you have one too? Man, I gotta.
Mad Dog asks, "What's the going price for a Focus 1000?"
I don't know, $300, $400, maybe. It's a Focus.
Yeah, but like same thing though. All that stuff is going up. You know, people are.
Also depends on the year. If it's a beak neck like a 83, a little bit more money. You know, if it's a 84 hockey stick that's not pointed, a little bit more money, a little less money than a beak, but a little bit more money than a pointy headstock. They're not, you know, it's not like an American Kramer. They're good guitars, but they're not fetching the money that an American Kramer is.
No, but people are buying them up though, and what's the word? Hoarding. You know, because of what they are.
People are buying them hoarded up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's There's lockers full of those things. storage, whatever.
Storage
What's that
Wars
show?
or whatever the hell it's called. Speaking of hoarders, man, that show that they had, I don't know, I don't even know if it's still on, when people are hoarders and they have somebody come in to try to like
American Pickers.
No, I think it's the one that they actually go to people's houses.
It's called Hoarders.
I think it's just called Hoarders, right?
It's called Hoarders. Yeah.
Some of that stuff can't be real.
Well, I mean, it's TV, so I can see them going in and be like, "Hey, there's not enough dirt here. Hey, Joe, bring some trash in here." I could see them dirtying the place up to make it worse.
Yeah,
here and there, but no, man. I see so many cars that are just filled with trash driving down the street. And it's sad. It's very sad. I had a neighbor, actually. He was like a normal guy. He seemed normal, but his whole car was just filled with trash. Newspapers, cups, everything. And yeah, somebody said it's a disease, I think, right? The disease is real. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you.
Mad Dog says these clean hoarder houses, it's real, big time. Wow, man. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a tidy person. Like my room growing up was always messy, but it was like stuff just that I would take off the shelf or out of the closet, and I just wouldn't put it back. It wasn't like dirt and plates with food on it, like just thrown on the floor and piled up. And man, weird.
No. Yeah, it's terrible.
Terrible.
It's terrible. It's awful. I remember this years and years ago. I went on this date with this girl, and I remember we went out to eat. This was in Berkeley. This was, what year was this? I don't know.
2000.
Yeah, about 2000.
Last month.
It was. Yeah, it was in the year 2000.
Year 2000.
Yep. And I remember we went out to eat and everything. And then we went back to her house or whatever. I think she had roommates and stuff, right? So, we go into her room, and the whole floor, it was just trash. Ants everywhere, trash. And I remember sitting there on the floor. We were sitting there listening to music. I took this is back, mixtapes, took a mixtape over. We were just sitting there listening to music. And I remember thinking,
I got to get out of here.
this is, yeah.
So you had
Oh,
ants.
no.
Ants.
Yeah. No, I didn't have the phobias of door handles and all that stuff I do now. Then, I used to be able to go to flea markets, in Oakland, dig through people's trash. Oh, this is cool. 50 cents. I'll have this. Thank you. Now, no, could not do that.
75 cents.
They're going up. No, can't do any of that. So now, although I am trying to get past all the germ.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, dude? Alan, right? Isn't that you, Alan Garber?
Is that Garber?
I think that's Garber. What's up, man? Yeah, Garber wanted to jump in here at some point soon and talk about something. I remember. Yeah, man, let's schedule that. But what yeah. We're too busy talking about garbage right now.
Garbage? Garber? What?
Yeah. No, actually, but no, I'm touching doorknobs now.
That's nasty.
I'm picking up stuff off the ground now. I'm trying to get past all that, because if you wash your hands too much, you become immune to certain things, and the soap doesn't work anymore, and I don't know.
That's nasty.
Yes, Alan, I love you too, man. I miss you.
Oh,
See, I miss Alan. I miss Steve. I miss who else?
that's it.
That's all.
How's baby Garber?
She's 3.5 now,
My goodness.
and he's had another kid since we've seen him last. He has a son-
Holy,
he
you
has a
got
son
another
now.
child?
He just watches SpongeBob now. He's saying it. There he
My
is.
SpongeBob is
God.
awesome. SpongeBob is one of those cartoons. Like I watched SpongeBob before I had a kid. It's great.
That's because you are 5.
SpongeBob's good.
I knew these musicians this one time. Well, I know a lot of musicians, but I was I almost went on tour with this one band at one point, and the drummer in the band did the drums in the theme song for SpongeBob. The song.
Really?
God.
Should I read this?
Yeah.
Read it out loud.
I'm not gonna. You
It's
did.
it's the link to the spider capo. Spider. You might want to watch out. Slab of the butt.
That's good.
That's not a capo.
That's really good.
That's a spider cape. A capo. How do you say?
You can't even say that. That's not a. That's not a.
Very good.
That's not a capo. Capo. That's my finger.
Me. That's me finger.
Imagine if you were born with 6 fingers, you could have a permanent capo, right?
Be a better guitar player.
Isn't that kind of didn't Hendrix, didn't he wrap his thumb around
Yes, because
for a lot of those chords?
his hands are big.
Is that almost like using a capo?
Well, he couldn't go all the way over, but
I mean, I use my thumb sometimes just to for extra help muting and stuff like that, to quiet the low E or something like something.
New screen cap over in the Discord.
Oh, can't wait to see this one.
Thank you, Amanda. Also, there's the link right there. Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. The brand new community tab on the channel here. If you guys are watching this right now, if you scroll up, right? If you're on the page, you're probably not though.
I am. What are you talking about?
The discussion tab is now turned into the community tab. There will be a poll there as soon as we're done here, and you guys can vote on whatever that was. I don't know. What was that?
It sounded like it came from my bedroom. Oh, it is. It's garbage night. That's my garbage night reminder. I should really have it this though. Dave's fate.
That's some terrible trash, man. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of Quentin James. Everyone tell Johnny to show the pictures. You just texted me pictures?
Ooh. Okay. I didn't get any.
Huh?
Because your name's not Johnny.
I know, but somebody sending pictures. I want to see them.
Okay, let's see. Let me see. Actually, that's. Oh, wait, that's not the picture. We could post some of the pictures over in the Discord, or the community tab could be a place for some pictures. That's cool. Oh, breath. Oh gosh. Would that be a good title for the Saturday show, Mad Dog? Okay. Wait a minute. I got a bunch of texts here. What's going on? All kinds.
Me, just to see if it would work to send a voice message, but it wouldn't.
Thanks for the quick response. Here's your. Okay. Looks like we'll be doing a review of something soon.
Awesome.
Which, as soon as I get it in my clean little hands, I'll. What is this? 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 What is this We'll do it. Hey, Johnny, please. Oh, hey, Alan. Wait, all these are from today?
Dude, what?
My God.
I don't know if I should read this. I hope to. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alan's saying he'd like to jump in at some time. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Let's see. Okay, is this Quentin? Here's a picture from Quentin here. There we go. Very cool.
That's how they play guitar in Poland.
Dude, that goes right up there with the pick we were talking about last week about mic and guitar cabinets, and the sound guy mic'd the head instead of the cab.
Yeah.
That goes right with that, man. That's so funny. Oh man,
Mad Dog. No returns on that, man. If it's used, man, nope.
I'll take it.
I don't even sell those. Come on. What else? I don't know. We were talking about something, and I don't know what happened. But so what? Any questions? Anybody have any questions for David Nesdahl? Like just why? Oh, you didn't hear that, did you?
What are you ripping them?
I burped. Yeah, Quentin, that was backwards, man.
Split. He's told me to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody and to tell you guys see you Friday night.
Whoa. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody if you celebrate. You know, be safe. You know, have a safe if anybody's going out of town or you know, hitting the highways or whatever. Yeah, be safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
And do all your Black Friday shopping online. Don't even entertain leaving the house. I don't.
Oh, is that the next day?
Yeah.
And that's where you go and you stand in front of Toys R Us at like 3 a.m. kind of thing, right? And then you jump in there and you're like everybody's beating each other to grab, you know, the Furby.
Yeah.
Huh? What is Jay's favorite belt buckle?
The Texas belt buckle. Of course.
Texas belt. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's bigger?
I can't explain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't explain what it is.
Yeah.
Like Desiree homesick.
Yeah.
I had to explain what the Texas belt buckle is on here. I'd have to use a lot of these. It's when you take your out of your zipper and tuck them into your.
Tuck it into where?
Exactly. I'll tell you guys when we go off.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Santa Cruz. If you guys, Shauna, you ever been to Verve?
Weren't they a crappy band in the 90s?
They had one good song.
Yeah. There was the Verve and then Verve Pipe.
The Verve.
Yeah.
The Verve. Was that the video of the guy just walking the entire video? Was that them? Verve? Symphony
Of Destruction.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
and the whole video is him just walking. You guys know what I'm talking about? Was that Verve? Was that the Verve?
Yes.
That's a good song, man.
It is a good song.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna hear that.
And you know what's weird? That should be one of those music videos that you don't remember because nothing happened, but you remembered it because it's just somebody walking, and you still remembered it.
That's that, right?
Yeah, it's called Bittersweet Symphony.
The one with it's all the hook is just the violin.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, yeah. Like that. That's that.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Verve Pipe, they had a song too, right?
I never heard of them before.
If you heard the song, I'm sure you would be like, "Oh yeah."
I've heard
radio around the same time, like 95-ish, 96, right?
The Verve Pipe, yeah, that's different. That's another band.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. Shauna, yes, that was the Verve. I might cover that song sometime. It rocks. Awesome. Well, hey everybody, subscribe to Shauna Marie Sings, and check out her covers, and look forward to the Verve cover. Yeah. Verve Records, record label, parent organization, Universal Music. Anthony M is saying.
Auntie M.
Still a great movie, and it still holds up to this day.
Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
I don't know. What I've seen it way too many. You know, when you're a kid, that's the stuff. That's like the only thing you can watch. You know.
But you know what kind of I guess reignited would be the word I'm looking for here. The whole movie when you watch it with Dark Side of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, holy crap. You know, that album's not very long, so you have to like watch it like 2.5 times. But the whole first time it goes through, I mean, it's crazy how many things line up, and you're like, now, obviously, we all know that it wasn't planned, it wasn't intentional, but it's still
really,
yeah, oh yeah. Somebody by now would have come out and you know, blew the whistle if they did plan it.
I don't know. I think it was Floyd, right?
Yeah, Floyd. Yep.
I think somebody was on something, and they're like, "Hey, this would be a great idea."
On something, but as far as syncing it to the movie, I mean, somebody by now would have said it. You know,
who produced that? Find out who produced. Look up the producer.
Producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan Parson. He denies it. Says no.
Alan Parson did that?
Yeah.
The Alan Parson project.
The Joe Wentz project.
I told you guys about 10 years ago, Alan Parsons was here.
Right in your house?
Yeah, probably. No, he was literally just down the street from here. And did some music. I told you guys I was watching a video with him, and he talks about SoCal, California, and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alan Parsons, right? Is there an S?
No, it's not. I think it's Alan Parson, but it's Alan Parsons project.
That's where I get confused.
Or Alan's Parson project.
So I played Little League with a kid named Rocky Parsons. And, you know, Parsons. Whatever.
Parson me.
I don't know though, man. I think there was a little too much LSD and stuff going on back in those days where that stuff's cooked up. I don't think it was a coincidence.
Dude, somebody by now would have I'm telling you. Somebody by now would have bursted that bubble and said, "Yep." Because it's a cooler story if all of a sudden they said, "Yeah, we did. It was all a rouge," or a ruse, whatever the hell it's called.
Rouge is something you put on your face.
Yeah, I know. It's a color, isn't it? I'm not with it today.
Or like one of those masks. Did you guys see the video of the girl? You know, you put on those facial masks or whatever they are. I've never Never tried one. But there was a video of a girl that put one on and it wouldn't come off. And she starts panicking, freaking out. Have you guys
It
seen
was
that?
like The Mask.
Have you guys seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's horrible, man. I'm like, oh no.
I mean, do either of you guys wear contacts?
No.
No.
Because Jeannie wears contacts, and there's been times where she's had like dailies in, but she'll leave them in for like a couple weeks or something.
Oh, no.
like a dummy, and then she'll go to take them out, and they're like stuck.
Oh,
you know, she's like, "Oh my god, my contact is stuck to the lens of my eyeball."
Oh,
yep.
No.
GTV Guitar TV asks
It's
Jay,
a morbid thing to ask. What's wrong with you?
who would you take out first for the guitar collection, Dave or Joe? Come on, really?
You know I'd be the first man dead. What's wrong with you?
For who's good for collection? For Dave's? I'm way over
No,
here.
it's gonna kill me for your guitar collection, of course. What do you think?
You can't. Well, first of all, you can't say that.
You got to use that.
Amanda, you saw the video? It was like totally just stuck to her face. The mask, and she tried to do it, and I guess it was too painful to even take it off, and she starts panicking.
Basically, probably all she had to do though was like wet her face again, and it probably just kind of started to peel off.
I don't know. Either way, if you want, I'd have nothing to do with any of that. Because why would you come out here and take care of me and then go over there?
No, I think if we were at the same place, and it's like, hey, there's only enough oxygen left for two of you. You know, I'd be like, Johnny, we'll split Dave's guitars. Me and you out of here.
Dude, first of all, you wouldn't get close enough.
The stink is unbearable.
My
What?
Oh, stop laughing. Okay. Somebody was just saying that it's unlike Pink Floyd to tattletale on each other. So that's why nothing's come out about that thing being a setup.
Bah!
I heard that.
Did you?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law is leaving.
Oh. Man, about the contacts though, I'll be a nerd for life, you guys, because I remember when I was in grade school, second grade, I remember walking, to class, and one of the teachers got a contact like all the way like down in here or something. And she was like looking up and they were trying to get it out. She was just crying. And once I saw that, I'm like, no.
Just because of one person has one little issue, you can't do it?
No.
So in other words, if you saw, like when you were in grade school around that same time, and you saw somebody playing the guitar and one of their guitar strings snapped and hit themselves in the face and they cut their eyeball open and they were bleeding, you'd be like, well, not playing guitar.
No, that's rock and roll, man. That's cool. That's a good reason to start. That actually happened to Billy Armstrong. In one of their they've got a video. I think they have like a home video, back when there was home videos, and a string popped on one of his guitars and it hit him in the eye, apparently. Supposedly. Johnny Beane. Should I read all this? Mitch, hey man, what do you think? How come that's not? Oh, Johnny Beam. That's why it's not orange.
Oh.
What do you think about the guitarist Blue Sky? You were in his chat room yesterday. I was. He's a fantastic guitar player. Was that the guy, the guitar teacher? Was that yesterday? He was playing a Wolfgang, right? Mitch, yeah, you were in there. There was like two people in there. It was me and Mitch. And I asked him what kind of guitar that was, and he's like, it's a Wolfgang. I think it was the standard, one of the standards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's great, man. Man, this place is rolling, man. Yo, Mark, Tone Talk, what's up, man?
Yo. What's happening? What's going on?
Mark, you ever wear contacts? We're talking about contacts.
Contact.
Because Mark wears glasses. No, ever since I was a kid and I saw that substitute teacher or whatever she was with all the way down here and they couldn't get it out, you know, I'm like, there's no way. I'm never
What do you
wearing
mean,
contacts.
what is this? What is this all the way down here? What does that mean?
Well,
Contact was
the
under
contact went all. Well, it's a joke,
Oh.
meaning they went this far down. Your eye doesn't go this far
Oh, it's
down.
a joke. Oh,
It makes it more gross.
Thrash metal is blocked on Tone Talk.
Well, somebody blocked him here at one point.
Yes.
There we go. See? Tone Talk says I did wear contacts, but I would sleep in them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to sleep in them, though, right?
no, but who wants to be putting their fingers in their eyes every day?
Got an infection. Ouch. Did you know there's a new test now when you go to get your eyes? You know, you go to the eye, whatever you call it, you know, for glasses or whatever. There's a test they do where they actually touch your eyes, but you don't know it because you don't feel it. They put drops in your eyes and it actually makes it so you can't feel anything. And there's a machine that goes right up and touches your eye. Did you guys know that?
No.
Yeah,
I've heard about it.
it's true. And then they tell you afterwards. They don't tell you before. Hey, this laser is actually going to touch your eye. You know?
Yeah, because if they told you, you'd be like, no.
Yeah. I've had my what is it, ophthalmologist or I don't. Is that right?
Optometrist,
Ophthalmologist is the correct word.
Okay.
gynecologist.
Yeah, my gynecologist told me that afterwards. And he said he's had patients like pass out once they hear about it, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Dry eyes.
Bueller. Same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Anybody seen the new BEOD Deluxe pedal? Bozique says yes on Instagram. I saw somebody that got it.
It's actually out.
It's
I know there's I saw people with pictures of them, but are they actually out for sale yet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes, it is out. Tone Talk says. I think he's talked to that Friedman guy once or twice, so he would know.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. He might know that guy.
Maybe. I saw them together at NAMM, actually, so I can confirm that. There's actually a picture of all of us together. Me, Caleb, Friedman, Tone Talk. Who else was there?
I know who the tallest was.
Michael Smith.
And I think I know who the shortest was, too.
Caleb and me.
Caleb's the shortest, huh? Have you heard from Caleb?
No.
No.
No, I thought him and Steve ran off somewhere because, yeah,
Together.
both of those guys, I haven't heard anything from.
Me neither.
Maybe that's Steve's new girlfriend.
Maybe it is. Oh, man.
I think they're exchanging 5150 post pictures. You know, their poses with 5150s.
Yep.
They exchanged those together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I honestly think Steve takes a new one every time.
Where does he take it?
No.
How many good ones on here?
Oh,
Hmm.
he takes a new one every time.
They were playing tonight at the on the Sunset Strip, right?
Huh? Oh,
Okay.
so tonight's one of the what do you call
It's
them?
Tuesday, right?
The jam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep. It's that jam thing in LA.
Mm-hmm. Technically, it's Hollywood.
Whatever.
Yep.
It's on fire.
It's on fire.
It's so weird. It's so weird when you live in like a huge city, or there's a huge city next to where you are, and then there's all the little other cities. And people say, "Oh yeah, this is LA," when technically it's not. It's in LA. It's around it, but it's something else.
Well, generally, people that don't live in California think of California as LA, San Diego, San Francisco, and pretty much that's it.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. It's like, people in New York don't even know that Long Island exists. People that aren't in New York think, when I say I live on Long Island, well, is that near New York? It is New York. Oh, it's people don't know.
Mm-hmm. And is it literally a Long Island?
Yeah.
Like it goes out?
It does. It goes out with whomever asks it out, and whomever gives it enough flowers and treats it well.
Mm-hmm.
Thrash metal. My UV 777 needs some work. I picked it up last week and I was like, "Oh man, this thing. It needs the frets are complete crap. Needs a setup bad."
I saw your Instagram story, right?
Yeah, that was the green one though. That was this one.
Oh, okay. With the broom, the little broom.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, and it's cool, man, that you've been putting your own music on there too.
Oh yeah, I just realized I could do that not too long ago. I was like, "Oh crap, my stuff is on here. Okay, I'll put that on there."
Mm-hmm.
I know. I have yet to do that for myself.
Mm-hmm.
With my own stuff.
James Gum asks a question: which one of you, would any of you guys, which music craft asymmetrical neck profile is closest to the Wolfgang? I've becoming addicted to watching these discussions. Love you guys. I'd say it's the EVH 81-91.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would order that neck, for that neck profile.
Cool. Thank you, James.
Yeah, that's
Thank
nice.
you very much. Thank you for watching. Yeah, see, we have no idea who's watching this unless it's cool. We love hearing from you guys, and with your comments and your flowers.
And James, when you order it, ask for Scott Smith and let them know that Dave, Johnny, and Jay from the Johnny Beane Show sent you.
Yeah. Huh? Those guys? Huh? Extra 10% added on?
Yeah. Speaking of digital music, did you see they have those I don't even know what the hell they're called.
MP3s.
No, but they'll have like hundreds and hundreds of like phones and computers.
Yes, I saw that.
To just
it's called a farm. It's called it's a Spotify farm.
Yes.
Right. I saw that. Those things exist, man.
Man.
That's how so and so got so many views on that video. That's literally, yeah. That's. Mm-hmm. You know what Jay's talking about, Dave?
No.
There's, yeah, it's called a farm, where literally there was probably like how many phones on that wall?
A couple of hundred.
Hundreds of phones. What you do is when you pay for views, you know, which you guys should never, don't pay for subscribers, don't pay for views, because it'll mess everything up eventually.
And it's obvious if you you know, an hour after you post a video, you have 20,000 views and one comment. I mean, it's just it's so obvious.
It's addicting though, man. I've never done that, but I remember there was this website in the Bay Area here. Well, technically, I'm not in the Bay Area, so I guess I can't say that anymore. But there was some music website where you could go to your own. This is in the year 2000 or something.
Year 2000.
When I was dating that girl with the ants on the floor. And there was some new website, you can join it, and then you could basically go to your own profile, and it said, you know, profile views right there. This is before YouTube, before MySpace, before any of that stuff. And you could just go and refresh the page yourself, and it'd go from 1, 2, 3. And then on the homepage of the site, it would say top artists. And those are all based on profile views that anytime your page was refreshed, it bumped the numbers up. So I became my own farm one night, and I was sitting there refreshing the entire night. Next morning, top artist Johnny Beane on this website.
The guy's got his own YouTube show.
This is years before Grindr, any of that stuff that we all use nowadays, you know? Years before social media. There was none of that. None of that. This was the very beginning of all that. And I remember just hitting refresh, and like the next morning, top artist was me, and then somebody else figured out the trick. So the next morning it was some other guy, and I'm like, what? This guy, I gotta keep refreshing.
Sucks. So has Spotify or any of the streaming platforms figured out a way to fight this, or to figure out? I mean, IP address, anything like that, they can kind of say, hey, wait a minute, you know, this song was streamed 40 times at the same time
from the same
IP address,
from the same bedroom.
Yeah, from the same bedroom.
yeah. So where was that? Was that Facebook? Did Michael Smith post that?
I don't know.
I don't want to look it up because I might get a virus.
Thank you, Andrew. Says awesome show.
Thank you, man. Fender Guru. Yeah, everybody subscribe to Fender Guru. He's got a show. They talk about the Rolling Stones a lot. I see that.
Oh, the Rolling Stones are going on tour next year.
Yeah, again.
Oh.
Tickets will be $1,000 for the cheap seats.
Mick Jagger put out a video today. It was actually pretty funny, I thought. Go to his Instagram page and check it out. Not right now, though, when we're off the air.
Yeah, not now. Not now. And if this is a rerun, not then either.
Somebody will be watching this next year, this episode, and be like, man, the Rolling Stones are going on tour again next year?
Yeah. Actually, if you're watching this a year from now, the Stones are probably still on tour from the same tour.
Yeah.
So what? What, the farming thing? Yeah. Basically, what people do is if they pay for their own views or whatever, there's rooms, and generally they're in other countries. That's probably how they get away with that stuff. Is they're in other countries where that stuff they can't get blocked, or I don't know.
Yeah, and I think there's like computer programs as well. Other people that are a little more computer literate or technology literate, where they have these things that kind of like bounce your IP address.
It regenerates for every play. There's a new IP address, and it's like, oh, this, you know. But none of the stuff is from the States. It's like, oh, that play. Oh, that's why if you go to, you know, excuse me, I guarantee you. Well, hey, if
Where-
anybody
yeah.
that watches this, if anybody's looking at this, if you do buy views and buy, you know, all that stuff, which, you know, look at your analytics and see where all those are coming from.
Pango.
They don't have to. It's coming right from their house.
But yeah, it would all be like the weirdest countries. Top view is, you know.
All right, so let me ask you guys this then, right? So, you know, every once in a while you'll hear like, oh, Verizon owes every single one of their customers $1.57 because they overbilled or something for the X amount of years, you know. Well, what happens if you get a check from well, it wouldn't be, it's not SoundScan. What's the one I get? I'm sure Johnny has his set up too. Crap. Sound Exchange, is it? Please tell me you have that set up. Well, Sound Exchange is the one that pays out for all your digital. For your
I've yet to hit $20.
Actually, I think it's I forget what it is. But whatever it is, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
what if like 10 years down the road, right? Let's say you use one of those Spotify farms or whatever, and you get like 100,000 plays, or even let's just say you get a check for, you know, $5,000 for your plays.
You have to get plays in the billions.
Well, I'm just saying, all right, you get a check for X amount of dollars, thousands of dollars.
It has to be in the
for all these
trillions.
big plays, and then they figure out in a couple years this was fake. Next thing you know, you're getting sued.
Yeah.
You got to pay the money back. I'm just saying, I wouldn't screw around with that crap, man. I mean, if you want to sit in your own bedroom and leave your Spotify on all day with your music playing, that's fine. But as far as paying, you know, somebody in Taiwan or something to stream your music 100,000 times, I mean, I think you're playing with fire. Personally, that's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, especially if you if you do get money from that, which it's sad to say nobody does, you know. But no, I know what you mean, because if I look into my the website I use to sell my music, yeah, it does say how many plays, how many purchases, like every time a song was bought somewhere, you know, or you get, you know, half a cent for this or that or whatever. There's some money sitting there actually, but I don't know how high my threshold is yet to actually get a check. I've never gotten a check from them, and I've that's been up there since 2010, 11.
Well, I had to sign up with Sound Exchange. I think it's called Sound Exchange.
SoundScan.
No, SoundScan was the physical. That scans the physical copies being sold. Sound Exchange is the one that handles all digital, is streaming, as far like even like radio, satellite radio. If your song is played on there, Spotify, iTunes, streaming, you know, Apple Music, I guess it would be. Anything like that. That's what handles that. Super Fuzz, yes, it's Sound Exchange.
Jay, did your band, did you ever do like radio, like in studio, like interviews and stuff?
We did one time. It was with WRRV in New York, and I mean, the crappy thing is like we went there. They were like an alternative rock radio station at the time, so the host had no idea who we were, and that sucks. Like when you get in there. And the guy's asking you questions about your history and this, and he's like, before you even go live, you're like, this guy didn't even do his homework. He's a professional. Now, whether he knew about us or not, but if he knew that this band was coming in, do a little bit of homework. You know what I mean? And if you want to like kind of follow up before we go live to just double check on some things, you know, so you don't sound like you're a complete moron before you go live, that's one thing. But yeah. It wasn't cool. They didn't play any of our music on the radio because we were too heavy. It's like, well, then why the hell are we even on? It was stupid. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry to vent on that.
Well, because you were playing a show that night, I'm assuming.
We might have been leaving for a tour or something. I forget what it was, but we were all pumped to go do it because like, oh, we used to listen to that radio station. And it's kind of stupid.
Did you know who the DJ was? Was he like one of the classic?
Well, I remember hearing him like on the radio and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
And he looked nothing like you imagined.
We did what's the one in New Jersey, the heavy metal radio station in New Jersey? They're well known.
We don't have rock stations in California anymore.
Well, it's a heavy metal radio station, and that was cool because they played heavy metal and they were playing some of our stuff. But yeah.
The point to that question, I guess, was why would you ask that? Come on. Let's talk about contacts a little more. Is because when you go into a radio station, like I sat in with the college station one time, like at midnight, midnight to 3 a.m. A friend of mine was like a DJ on this station. Was it Calix? Yeah, Calix in Berkeley, KALX, which is still there, top college station. And I remember she was interviewing me like in between songs. And just talking to me, and I played some of my original music and stuff, whatever. But I remember here's why I brought this entire thing up. I remember during each song she would play, she would write down the song. Johnny, what do you want to play? Let's play Day Tripper by the Beatles or whatever. Okay. Put it on, write down. Write down what song was played. So radio stations, they keep lists of every song. Well, now you can go to websites. You can go to you can go to a radio station website now, and you'll see like all the songs that have been played, or that are coming up, or while it's playing, it says it. Because they have to keep track of all that stuff because they have to pay. They have to pay to play all those songs.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Sierra, what's up?
Man, I had the right sound. Get ready to go for when there was a big lull. Here, don't talk for like 5 seconds. Ready? Well, crickets there, right? Finally, we get some crickets.
Finally. Man. Oh, but yeah, speaking of original music and stuff, though, somebody said last week that they bought my entire catalog. So, and it wasn't Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Who was talking about that?
I don't know.
I think Joe and the boys, Joe Wentz and the boys were talking about that. And isn't the story Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney were like talking about?
They were on each other's records at the time.
Yes.
There was Say Say Say, which was McCartney's song, right?
Yep.
And then off Thriller, there was The Girl Is Mine.
Yep.
Which had McCartney.
But I think, what was it? Didn't McCartney say something to Michael about, the Beatles catalog is coming up for sale soon or something, and I'm gonna.
No, I think Michael asked Paul something like, "So what should I invest in? I want to invest in something big." Paul was like, "You can always invest in the Beatles," and he bought the whole catalog.
Now, wasn't there something also about?
I think McCartney was just kidding around and was upset that Michael Jackson actually bought it because he didn't want him to have it. But there was nothing he could do about it.
Also, something about McCartney was thinking about doing it too, or to split it or something, and then Michael ended up swooping in and just buying it out from under him. Who knows?
Yeah, there was something shady. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely something shady.
Maybe not shady, but underhanded.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was the This was the what, early 80s, mid 80s? When
Yeah.
did he buy it? When?
Well, Thriller came out in 83, right?
82.
82, and then
And lasted for years.
God, yeah.
For years, Thriller was everything. We should look this up. Or John BL, what's the story behind all this?
But their friendship instantly was like,
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say that this was after John Lennon had passed away, so McCartney was the top Beatle, you know. So if anyone was going to go in and take control of that, it would have been him.
yeah. I mean, all it would have taken was a phone call. Hey, Paul, I'm thinking about buying your catalog. And then game over.
Oh God.
1985, Super Fuzz says that's when it happened.
85 that happened.
Yeah. See, there's different things. Mad Dog saying that Michael outbid McCartney. But I just remember hearing something about, Michael kind of did it behind his back, didn't tell him, and then just
behind his back.
Big.
But still, even if he outbid him, the fact that he went in for that is.
I just had deja vu, man. As soon as you said the fact that he outbid him, wow! Like I've been here before, man. Yeah, that is crummy.
Yeah, and John, I was just kidding, man. he's on his iPad and he can't really research.
You weren't.
Speaking of Michael Jackson and all that stuff, I'm sure you guys have seen there's a meme or there's something floating around where somebody says, fact, when Eddie Van Halen did the guitar solo for Beat It, the monitors exploded. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Yep.
That was it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like this?
Yeah. And I know we've talked about this before, but why not? What do you guys what is that sound? Right before the solo on Beat It. What do you think that is?
Oh yeah, we discussed it already. I'm not gonna say because I already know.
To me, it sounds like Eddie knocking on his guitar. I mean,
You got it.
that's it?
Yep.
Okay.
You sure?
I'm almost positive. I'm almost false positive.
Because I have it. Where is that? Well, everything is on YouTube now. There's the isolated track of that solo. And I wonder if that is true, if that's included. Which I don't think. You can look. I don't think it is though, because last time I heard it, I didn't hear it.
There was a great debate on Facebook this past couple days on what amp Eddie used for that track. People were saying that it was a Dumble, that it was Steve Lukather's Dumble, that it was an amp in the studio where Michael Jackson was, and I'm like, no, it wasn't, because the track was brought to 5150 or wherever Eddie was, and his Marshall was used there.
I don't think 5150.
That's why I said wherever he was. It wasn't 5150, but whatever studio they were at, Eddie was at.
5150 was being built at that time.
Right. It was
actually being built.
So maybe it was I don't know. What was the other studio that they worked at all the time? Was it Sunset something?
Well, there's an actual picture of Eddie and Michael together in a studio, and it looks like it's from around that time, from 82. There's an actual photo.
Yeah, the story I remember hearing is like Eddie went there to wherever the hell it was to record the track, but that could just be. What did I stroke out again?
No, I'm just thinking about the other day when you did.
Oh,
And then you sent me the clip. Oh, that's craziness.
What's that?
Huh?
when I said Eddie,
When he was telling the story. Yeah.
Right. The Quincy Jones story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember there's the comic book the comic strip in one of those old guitar magazines.
Right. There's a comic of that entire thing.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
That was the was that the February 90 Guitar World? Where he's on the cover and he's holding the Tisco Del Rey and the airline and the Kramer. He's wearing the Skates shirt.
I know this. I know the cover. I didn't know the date.
That's in the center. In the centerfold is the three guitars.
Same guitar, but he's holding the 5150 and not the Frankenstein.
Well, on the opposite side of that, yeah. Yeah, there was a cartoon of when Eddie when he got the call and went and recorded the solo and all that. I think that right was that the issue? Yeah, Shauna. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen played the guitar solo on Beat It. That's him. That was huge in rock and roll and pop music. Just the fact that he played on that. That changed a lot of things for music.
You change, man.
And of course, yeah, most likely that's Eddie using his own amplifier on that.
Yeah.
Because if they call you, let's say Quincy Jones called David Nesdal tomorrow, and he's like, Dave, I want you to play a solo on this song. You know, would you just show up to their studio and just pick something, or would you take your? Let's say they want the Dave Nesdal signature sound, signature tone. Would you just show up to a studio with your guitar and try to get your sound, or would you take your amp with you?
Really, I don't know. Depends. I don't know. I would probably ask if they have what amps they had in the studio, and if they had the same type of amp as my amp, then I would just use theirs and bring a pedal board. But if the converse of that is when you have an amp like Eddie Van Halen's Marshall Plexi. Granted, most of the sound is in his fingers, but that amp, I mean, you plug into that amplifier and it's that amplifier. It's one of those amplifiers. It's one of those pieces of equipment that what it is when you hear it. So I could see him taking that head, at least the head, maybe not a cabinet, but plugging into a cabinet there. I could see him carrying the head and his guitar into that studio.
I can't find it. I'm gonna have to. I'll look and I'll get it for Friday night show.
Cool.
Can't find it.
Yeah, I'm googling it and I don't see it. I know I do have it.
Yeah, I have it somewhere too.
I might actually have it right there, but yeah, maybe we can save it.
Yep. There's an article I'm seeing from Ultimate Classic Rock. And actually, this article is from today. Look at that. Which Van Halen singer has played the most shows? What do you guys think? Which of the three Van Halen singers? Now, obviously, Sharon is out. Do
they mean with Van Halen or just in general? With
with Van Halen. Which of the three Van Halen singers has played the most?
I'm willing to say Sammy Hagar. He was in the band longer.
Well,
Johnny?
Technically, I'm going to say Roth because he was in the band before they got signed and they played all those shows. I don't know if they're probably not counting those, but all those club shows of them playing, 3 sets a night.
My guess was Sammy. And I didn't realize that they did include the club days.
Uh-oh.
So I'll try to read this thing. If you guys are cool with me reading this.
If you can read, man.
Anybody interested in hearing this?
I'm into it, man.
I am.
Yeah.
Want to give you the numbers first or read it? Well, the numbers are in the thing, so I'll just read them now. I'll start out with Sharoni. Gary Sharon. I'll give you an over under. What? Give me a number, and I'll tell you. We'll do an over under game here. Gary Sharon, how many Van Halen shows do you think? Closest without going
70.
over.
70.
Oh. I'm gonna say 150.
Anybody in the chat want to guess? How many Sharon Van Halen concerts or shows were there?
Because they did warm-up dates too. Like they did public shows before the tour.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a world tour.
Or as some people say, tour. Ugh. World tour.
Tour.
So Gary Sharon played 79 shows. Dave, you're good, man.
Because he read that article today.
No, I didn't.
Did
you see that? Too. When I sent the thing about the Rolling Stone thing, he's like, yeah, I read that already.
Oh. Sammy Hagar. Now this is surprising. I mean, Sammy was in the band for 11 years, I guess, even though they didn't go on tour till 2006. So what would you think?
Huh? How many shows with Sammy?
Yeah.
Total, like from 86 until 2004.
340 shows.
Huh? No. I'm gonna say 1 billion.
1 billion shows.
1 billion tours.
How many shows, Johnny?
Oh man. Well, let's say each. How many tours did they do? 5150, 081. They did 0812 twice, technically. I know the 0812 tour after Monsters of Rock was only 45 shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that they're saying 45-day tour.
And the Carnal Knowledge was
They're all world tours, but they didn't do many dates. That's why I said about 340.
Okay, let's average how many shows a tour?
Just give a number, Johnny.
Take a guess.
In the chat, how many do you think I'm thinking of? How many? What's my number? I want to say 5150.
So far, Super Fuzz is the closest. Super Fuzz is the closest so far.
Super Fuzz, 475.
Yep, he's the closest, and he has not gone over yet.
Okay, I'm gonna say 500.
You're getting closer.
520.
521, 522, 523, 24, 25, 578 shows.
That's all?
That's what I thought. I was like,
because
wow.
I would think each tour would be at least 200 shows a piece.
And especially like you said,
they would never out 200 days of the year.
No, well, we haven't gotten to the Roth stuff yet, but when they would tour with Roth,
different story. I'm talking about Hagar.
They would tour year round.
Yeah,
They'd
but
go out
with Sammy, didn't Sammy talk about when he got in the band? He kind of said, "Hey, we can play bigger shows for more money and not have to, kill us."
Yeah, exactly.
So but I thought that number was low too. Now Roth, they included the club shows.
How do they
What do you
even?
think? And they included the reunion tours and everything like that as well.
Well, technically, how could they know every club show that they did?
It's true.
You know, there's no way unless they contact Greg Renoff. I'm sure he knows.
Mm-hmm. Well,
oh
do you
man,
want me to say it, or do you want to take a guess?
Just say it.
I'm gonna guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna say in the clubs they at least did. You know, they at least it did like at least 1,000 shows in the clubs. At least.
Well, then that doesn't leave many shows for them to play in Van Halen. They actually made it.
You know, because when you're playing weddings, you're playing all those backyard barbecues that they would play.
1,024.
1,000 with Roth total.
Yeah, that's what
You
it
need
says.
club
So,
days.
Since 1974, Van Halen have had 3 different lead singers, 2 of whom have served more than one stint in the band. Both David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar spent more than a decade each in the group. But who sang at the most shows during their time? The answer is Roth.
Technically, Roth didn't sing.
Before his most recent return, the race might have been closer than you think. As Van Halen's original singer, Roth racked up some big numbers during the band's early years, which for big chunks of 74 and 75 and 76 found them playing multiple nights each week at a Los Angeles club called Gazzarri's. Coupled with extensive touring in support of the band's first 6 albums, Roth rang up approximately 840 shows before departing Van Halen for the first time in 85. By comparison, this is the most reading I've ever done in my life, by the way. By comparison, his replacement, Sammy Hagar, released only 4 albums during his initial 11-year time with the band. However, the tours in support of those records were massive, and a brief but disastrous and friendship-ending 2004 reunion tour brought him to a seemingly final total of a little less than 580 Van Halen shows. In between Hagar's 2 terms, Extreme frontman Gary Cherone was brought on board for 1 album. Blah, 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 less than 80 shows. 3 years after the 2004 tour with Hagar went to hell in a handbasket, Van Halen finally brought Roth back into the fold. He's been in his old frontman role for more than a decade now, but the band hasn't been very active, releasing just 1 studio album and adding only 182 more shows to Roth's overall total, which currently is a little over 1,000. Let me see if it has anything else to do with. Yeah, so Wolfgang has played 182 Van Halen shows.
And has banked more money than all of them.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts, man? You see, like the Rolling Stones next year. I mean, how much money they're going to get from doing that tour, man. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And is it all stadiums?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would imagine it'll only be stadiums because wouldn't be worth it for them with their show that they put on, all the people they need to pay. Forget it. They can't do a club or a small place.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, even just like a Coliseum.
Still, it's too small. Too small a venue.
John Bolware says 7/8. If I get to check any kind of check, I would try to see what it's all about before I got to. What?
Someone's got into the little early.
Grandpa's old cough medicine?
The eggnog. Someone's drinking the eggnog a little too soon.
Oh, I love me some eggnog.
Oh, I love it. I love me some eggnog too, man.
Yes. If anybody has a Costco near them, If anybody has a Costco near them, they have their Kirkland brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what the hell is it called? Like spiked eggnog or something. My
Oh.
parents bought a bottle of it. Oh my God.
Is it spiked?
It tastes like straight eggnog, but it's got, I think, what would it be? In whiskey? Would it be?
Maybe rum.
Maybe it is rum. It's either rum or whiskey. And
Or
I think it's rum.
yeah.
that's probably why it's really good then.
Good night, Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah. The Bridge Benefit with Sammy and Eddie was in 1993.
Yeah, I don't think that's not a Van Halen show.
No.
So I don't think that's included.
No.
5 people don't like eggnog.
I love eggnog. I can't drink milk, and the thought of eggnog just makes my stomach churn, but it's good stuff.
You just got to get the dairy free.
Yeah, the lactate eggnog.
Oh, gosh.
Or the coconut milk eggnog or the almond milk eggnog or something like that. I know it's not the same, but it's, you know.
Anthony, the guitar that Eddie was playing at the Bridge Benefit that's called a Parker Fly. And that was the first time anybody saw him playing one of those. And I'm surprised. And I'm surprised David Nesdal doesn't have one on his wall.
I used to own one. I owned one once. I owned it for like a day and sold it.
A year to the day?
Too light?
Yeah, it felt like a toy. Didn't feel, it's not a good guitar.
Ah, but it's I like them.
Okay, you can. To me, it felt like a toy.
Didn't Dweezil endorse those for a little bit? The Parker Fly?
No, not that I know of. I know.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
What's his name from Living Color? Did
really? I always thought he was with Hamer for almost
Hamer, then Parker, and now PRS.
I hate when those hard rock guys that used to play hard rock / metal guitars, and now you see them and they're playing these, you know, not metal guitars.
Why? PRS is not a metal guitar?
No, you know what I mean. Like when you have a look, like you see somebody playing an Ibanez back in the day,
like
playing
like a lot. Well, this wasn't the case for me. I couldn't believe it, but like when Eddie went from a striped guitar to a Music Man looking guitar, where it doesn't look anything like. I know a lot of people were disappointed in the look of that guitar. But then, of course, you know, there was the Pound Cake video and the Runaround video where he's got a striped one and everything was fine again.
Yeah, there was times where when I recorded the Runaround video and paused it when he's playing it, like, oh my God, he's playing a striped guitar. Such dorks.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. You got your own signature looking thing, and you play something else that doesn't look like your classic look.
Yeah, because we all love Alex Skolnick, and he's a phenomenal guitar player. Like you can't obviously take that away. But seeing him play the Ibanez back in the day in Testament, and now you see him play, you know, he plays like Les Pauls and stuff, and
they're ESPs, aren't they?
They might be.
It's an ESP. Yeah, he has an actual Les Paul, and that's what he took that with him when he auditioned for Ozzy Osbourne.
That was a Silverburst, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember. No, it wasn't. It wasn't because a friend of mine did the work on that one, or maybe it was. I don't know. A friend of mine put the pickups in. I was there when I was standing there watching the pickups being put into that guitar, and yeah.
Well,
I used to.
My point is about Skolnick is,
dude, I saw all his original Ibanez's. I've actually held them.
well, in the Practice What You Preach guitar solo,
The graphic ones where there's graphics of the album covers on them.
there's a long kind of like note that goes on for like, you know, 10 seconds and it starts to feedback. and the whole time he's hitting the bar, you know, dropping it down a little bit. And then all of a sudden he gets dives out of it. Well, now when they play that song live, he doesn't do that because he doesn't have a Floyd on his guitars. So, man, you're looking at that like, oh man, you know. I mean, that's just nitpicky and lame on my end, but still, it's one of those things when, you know, that's one of my favorite like heavy metal songs, like thrash metal songs, is the title track from Practice What You Preach, and that guitar solo is amazing.
Super Fuzz asks, when did PRS make a guitar for Ed? What model was it? Any idea? It was around 1990, and it was like a normal PRS, but it had one pickup in it and a Floyd Rose maple neck. That's it. So it's, I guess you would call it a custom 22 with one pickup and a Floyd Rose and one knob.
Wasn't there a couple of them?
Yeah, there were two of them. Two of the same guitars were made.
And was this one of them?
Yes, that's it.
Right there.
Yep.
Look. Oh, and it's signed. That's cool.
So has it ever been known exactly how many companies, how many guitars, and are there pictures of them all, of the companies that made him a guitar when he left Kramer?
Oh, I'm blurry. I would say that's unknown.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you know, I mean, because he was supposed to go to Steinberger. He was supposed to start endorsing Steinbergers and decided against it. Oh, what's up with Howie?
Huh?
What's going on with Howie?
He's wearing his Speedo.
Do you do that on purpose? No, seriously. Is there something wrong?
No.
Is that the PP?
Yeah, he wears clothes. Oh, but no, as far as like all the companies that sent him guitars, you know, nope, that's unknown because I'm sure everybody, I'm sure every company out there sent him something, and he'd be getting, you know, getting guitars left and right.
I wonder if Ibanez. Oh, I'm sure they did, but I'd love to see. You know, wouldn't it have been funny if because you guys have seen that gem, the Franken gem, right? That
like this, like who knows who sent him that.
the look on his face is like, why the hell am I playing this thing?
Nobody still knows what that is.
He doesn't either.
But if we want to narrow that down, here is actually the date and where that guitar was played. So if anybody can find any pictures from that show, maybe find more. Yes, and put them on the community tab. Ah. Oh man.
Guitar Hack has a question. Says, how different is the current Axis from the EVH Music Man?
Very different. The neck shape is different. The fretboard size is different.
The back of the guitar is
of the guitar is different. The placement of the switch is different.
The only thing that's similar between the Axis and the Eddie Van Halen is the look of the guitar.
Yeah, the body shape.
They're really two different guitars. What else?
Well, I got to split in a minute.
Yeah, it's getting late. What is it? It's Tuesday.
It's getting late.
It's Tuesday night.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh yeah, everybody have a great Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's going? Who's Well, don't. I know it's horrible. It's horrible. You post on Facebook. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Come back. Entire places.
If anybody asks you, you're staying home.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not going anywhere.
I'll be watching football all day. My Bears play at 12:30 a.m. I'm sorry. 12:30 p.m. on the East Coast.
Oh, look at this. You guys ever heard of Performer magazine?
Well, it depends on what line of work or what of.
It says West Coast.
The Dandy. What is that?
Oh, the Dandy Warhols. Dandy Warhols are on the cover. Anyway, I found this. I found this the other day. Really quick. Really quick. Here's a cool. Here, let me. You see that?
Oh yeah.
What that says? Right there. And then there's something. Where is it? There it is. Right there.
There he is. Right in the middle.
Yeah, see, I wasn't kidding you. I wasn't kidding you guys. I've actually been in a band before. Yeah, there you go. Band called the Mayfire. We were featured in this magazine. There you go. So what? Are we good?
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thumbs up. Why not? And what? There'll be a poll on the community tab on the channel here. Go to click on my name wherever you're watching this video. Go to that front page of the channel. Scroll over to where it says community. Click on that, and there'll be a poll there asking whatever it was we wanted to ask.
Which guitar of Dave's would you take first?
Yes.
Stop it.
Which of us would you take out to dinner?
What comes first, dinner or the movie? Because usually if I have dinner before the movie, I have to go to the bathroom. So I like to do movie.
But in the movie, your stomach's growling the entire time, or you fill up on popcorn.
I'd rather have my stomach growling than my stomach gurgling. Growling or gurgling. Anytime.
That's what happens to me after the eggnog, is the gurgling. Yeah. There'll be a poll there. Which one of us would you like to date?
Howie.
All right.
Dave's having too much fun.
Okay. All right, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And yeah, be safe out there. And save me some stuffing. That's my favorite part, man.
Stovetop or real stuffing?
Stovetop sucks.
Either one. Either one. I just love the stuffing, man. Gobble gobble. Yes. All right. See you, Dave.
B.
See you, man. See you, Jay.
B.
All right.
Let's go Bears.
Let's go Bears.
Let's go B.
Subscribe to the channel. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. Oh, leave a comment.
Real quick.
Once we're done. Once we're done here. Once I hit the stop button and Dave starts yelling at us. Leave a comment down below of
that's right.
of your favorite part of the show or what or anything. Timestamp your favorite part, whatever. And What was the idea, Jay?
We'll do like comment of the week. You can say nice things, you can say mean things, say whatever, and we'll read through and we'll read some stuff on the air. But
Leave some comments.
Just remember, though, if you're not kind, we don't have to be kind back.
That's true. So, but yeah, like how they have the celebrities read mean tweets and stuff like that on the air.
Mean tweets. Is that new Van Halen song?
Hey guys, I'm gonna play the beginning to mean tweets. Except you do like the capo where you're tapping on that side and handling with this side.
For the actual capo's down here.
Yeah.
And you're like Quentin sent in. Yeah. I did that lesson. There's a lesson of that I did. Speaking of lessons, I did a lesson the other day, and
it's already got 17,000 views
with one comment.
I paid for each one of those views.
Well, somebody was commenting during the video, and I don't think they realized that it was
that video is playing on all my devices right now, man.
Somebody was telling you to, like, in the live chat during that video, somebody was telling you to, like, play something, and I don't think they realized that it was like pre-taped.
A premiere.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yeah, somebody was asking you to play something, and I'm thinking,
Oh, it was great. It was great doing a lesson again, because it's been a long time since I've done one of those. And most of the people that have that first started coming to this channel was because of those lessons.
For the longest time.
So it's all about the music, you guys. Now I got that song stuck in my head.
Yeah. Oh, we got a back scratcher?
No, it's a screwdriver.
Oh, yeah, it's funny. I use a yellow-handled screwdriver up here too.
Oh man. Okay.
Leave a comment on what do you use to scratch your back?
Yeah, leave anything.
Yeah.
Leave any kind of even once, if you're watching this in the future, leave a comment down below. Say anything you want. And the top comment will pin at some point.
And we'll read it on the air.
And we'll read it. That was the thing, man.
Yeah.
Reading that's what you were telling me about.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted them to tell you whether you wanted to know whether or not you'd go on Friday nights or Saturday nights with the other show.
Well, that too.
Yeah. You think it's funny? You think it's funny?
Should I put on my shades?
Oh yeah.
Should I put?
Was that 3D? Is that 3D?
My 3D glasses.
Feel that.
There we go.
I can feel it.
Almost poked your eyes out, kid.
I don't even look like me anymore. Look out.
No,
All
you
right.
look like you.
All right, you guys.
If those were like silver, that would be like the Bret Hitman Hart glasses, the shades that he had.
Man.
This is the best part of the night so far.
Look at that. Yeah. Amanda, screen cap. All right. All right, you guys. We'll see you later. See you soon. And yeah, subscribe and everything. All right. Now I can see you again. All right, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you Friday and maybe Saturday. I don't know. All right. Bye.